Asian women today, and I'm like, how do they know these secrets?
Your bosses and things are like stalking online, and like
people are posting a lot of shit.
Do you want to be my Facebook friend?
Sorry about this, but was an ex-girlfriend.
I had one guy who sent me a card in the post and I didn't know how he got my address.
Is that anyone can view anything and it's just a complete waste of time.
Facebook?
Yes, I do.
How many times use Facebook?
5 for sure.
5 per day.
Yeah, 5 per day.
Yeah, of course I have Facebook.
How many times use Facebook?
To be honest, not as much as I used to, but every single day.
I'm on it pretty much all day, every day. Should I be looking at the camera?
I try and not even check it every day, but I normally end up going about 3 or 4 times a day.
how many times do I visit Facebook? Oh, possibly about twice a day.
Twice.
Yes, maybe more sometimes. Sometimes when I'm at work.
Daily.
Every day.
Yeah, daily.
4 times per day, maybe 5 times.
Not too much because I'm at work, but generally whenever I have any spare time and I'm inside, I will be looking on Facebook.
Every day.
I use Facebook as little as possible, hopefully. Hopefully twice a week, maybe 3 times a week.
No, I haven't.
I'm listening to picture.
Once a day, I guess, at least.
I think 3 times in a day.
What are you sharing on Facebook?
It depends on my mood. You know, if I'm in a good mood, I'll post. Otherwise, I don't.
Pictures or comments?
Pictures, videos, vacation pictures, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I put my portraits that I draw, I take pictures of them and put them on Facebook.
I make a lot of films, and I quite like to use that as a way of sharing them with my friends. I quite often share invitations to come to different kind of events and different nights. But yeah, I'm not a total addict to it and just saying like, oh, I had baked beans for lunch, like, and all that sort of stuff.
I don't really upload that many pictures, but sometimes I get tagged in things like if I go out on a night out or things I've done with families and things like that.
Sometimes when someone just invites me to go to any party, I just share this, and yeah, some videos as well. We can just share some interesting videos.
I couldn't even say I work at computer editing, so I generally have it up in the background and just keep referring to it. It's got so overpopulated, my first Facebook account, I've had to set up a private one just for people I actually know and are really close friends with, as opposed to all the other people. It's quite, it's just all the time, really.
And what are you sharing on Facebook?
Cats, primarily, I guess. Cats and songs and videos and just anything that I think is interesting that other people will enjoy.
Yeah, no, only pictures, mainly holidays, just generally. So all my friends keep up there with what I'm up to, what I'm doing, and nights out generally, and keeping in touch, really, isn't it?
What do I share? Nothing. I put in the whole time I've had Facebook. Actually, that's a lie. Actually, the whole time I've had Facebook, I put 3 photos on Facebook myself. On Facebook, I've got over 1,000 photos of me, but I have put 3 on in the whole time. All the rest have come from other people. And when it comes to what do I share videos. I make films and videos, and when I've finished making a film or a video that I like, I share a link on Facebook.
Pictures, images, because we're photographers, so share our images on there. Yeah.
Well, I'm not sharing a lot of things, only like pictures, stuff like that. I'm checking my friend's profile, basically. Yeah. That's it.
Just photos.
I don't really post anything. I just use it to communicate with my friends, to keep in touch.
I find that Facebook is very interesting in as there's a great diversity of opinion and people. I can read pressure groups who are asking for some human rights in an obscure part of the world I would never have heard of. Or I can be talking about my next door neighbour moaning about his bedroom tax. You know, that's how diverse it can be. Or it could just be silly stuff like, I'm tired, I'm going to bed now, good night, Facebook. You know, it's like the village square, isn't it? There's a variety of people that you go and meet every day.
Privacy.
Yeah.
I've got quite good privacy settings. I let everybody see my portraits, but I don't let everybody see my holiday snaps.
To be honest, I'm a bit of a hippie at heart, truth be told. So I do find it the potential for a massive conspiracy theory, and it does worry me that the moment my photos go online, they stop being mine and they become owned by Facebook, and they can do anything with those photos, as well as they can also use something called cookies to find out what I'm interested in. And I find out, I was like, all the adverts along the side are all about my interests, and it's saying like, meet Asian women today, and I'm like, how do they know these secrets? Like, it's really frightening.
I think that it's becoming more difficult to hide things on your Facebook now. It's like at the moment I'm looking for a job, and I've sort of been warned to make it more private, because your bosses and things are like stalking you online and like researching before they give you a job, and I think that's a bit cheeky. So yeah, I think it's a bit difficult to know because they're constantly updating it.
Well, I think it's enough. I think it's good. You can choose if you want to open your life or not. And yeah, I think everything's fine, and I never have a problem with privacy and Facebook, and yeah, I think it's fine.
That does concern me. I think that I reveal quite a lot of what I'm interested in, but these things might not appeal to potential employers that I might want to speak to in the future, so that's why I've set up a second account, which is much more private and more professional looking, because my other one's a bit silly and for fun. Yes, exactly. So yeah, I mean, it does worry me, and especially I had one guy who sent me a card in the post, and I didn't know how he got my address, because I certainly didn't give it to him, but he somehow got it online. I don't know where.
Privacy. It doesn't bother me. Some people really cared about that, but I don't really care about privacy. I'm really open.
I don't have work colleagues on there.
Yeah.
So I'm not friends with people at work.
Yeah, I don't have people who work on there.
But other than that, I'm not too worried.
No, as long as it's like no one steals your identity, then who cares?
Well, it's a funny old thing, isn't it? But whatever's on there is up there. So yeah, it's difficult. Like, it's because a lot of the stuff, like I was saying, I put 3 photos on, but there's over 1,000 photos of me on there. So a lot of the stuff is I haven't put up, so I don't get the choice over what goes up. But it's just the way it is, isn't it? It's just, I'm not bothered by it. It's just annoying. Like, yeah.
I mean, it's up to you if you'd like to post on the Facebook, so I can see it. It's no problem. If you really care about privacy, just to keep your secret. Yeah, I think so. It's totally depend on you, upon you. Okay.
It depends how you make it. Sometimes it's not good unless you change the settings. But other than that, I think you have quite good privacy.
Well, I think people shouldn't share a lot of details. It's not safe on Facebook, especially if you know, a lot of people can check your profile, not only friends, but people who you don't know. So
I heard that like there's this new policy where people can use your pictures now, just legally. They can download it and use it, which I don't agree with. I think that's not what Facebook should be about. It's bullshit.
I think the privacy is probably shocking. Like, there isn't any really, is there? Anyone can view anything, and it's just a complete waste of time, I think.
There is no privacy. There is no. So.
What do you like and what do you hate in Facebook?
I think I like all society. It's like joining people together. But I just like this, like you said, details, sharing details, privacy. It's not that good.
I like that you can see what your friends are up to and just be in touch, you know, in a new way. I think that's really cool. It just keeps you connected, you know.
What I hate that people are posting a lot of shit on Facebook. Like, I don't know, I just went to shop, buy milk or something like that. Why?
Worst experience, sorry about this, but was an ex-girlfriend getting in contact with a new girlfriend and sending some crazy stuff. Yeah, so that's quite a bad thing about Facebook.
Didn't know that.
I don't like anything in particular, and I don't hate anything. It just exists, doesn't it? It's just there, and there's nothing we can do about it. I tend not to use it. I tend to be a bit ambivalent about it, really. But yeah.
Best experience? Oh, I got a date. I went out on a live Facebook pickup date, yeah. And that was probably the best experience and the worst, because it didn't work and they blanked me from then on. I was defriended, spammed, blocked, you name it. I don't know what I did wrong, but do you want to be my Facebook friend?
The best experience is probably just, I'm from South Africa originally, and it's coming in touch with all my friends that I lost basically, because they're all on Facebook now, even in third world countries and stuff, so it's great to be able to get in touch with them.
Yeah, definitely keeping in touch with friends abroad.
Yeah, friends abroad.
How many friends you have on Facebook?
How many friends? Over 500 at the last count.
Do you know all of them?
No, I think I'd speak to, in general, around 15 to 25. Depends on the day, because some people live in the States and you're not awake at the same time of the day. But if you wait, you can get a chat going with them. Yeah? So about, on average, in the week, I'd say 30 people I speak to, briefly. Usually about work or something that they've done in the week.
How many friends do you have on Facebook?
I think I've got about 700, I think.
And do you know all of them?
Yeah, I could name every single person. If you show me a picture of them, I could name every single person, but I might have met only some of them once. But I could name probably every single person, or at least recall how I know them.
Yeah.
But I don't accept anyone who's a random strange person. I don't know if you do.
Yeah, no, I don't have any random.
I know you added me, but I mean...
Facebook is kind of boring, to be honest, so nothing interesting.
Do you block people on the Facebook?
No, I don't block them at all. I don't see why I should. I thought it, you know, to me the Facebook to me is a social network. That's what it says it is. I've had people block me for my opinions, or sometimes my photographs. You know, there's been a little bit of nudity in the photographs, or a suggestion of naked bodies in there, and quite rightly these people have felt that they should block it, and that's entirely up to them. But it is annoying that Facebook says you can't post a photograph for the next week. That kind of policing is juvenile, in my opinion.